everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I want to welcome you to the June 18th, 2025 All Soul Edition, 60s Soul Edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. Got a bunch of your requests here for this evening on this. I don't know. Today was kind of a weird day. What is it? Summer is on Friday, I think. Isn't that the longest day of the year, I guess? But anyway. But thank you all for being here. We opened up tonight's show. This instrumental, a request for a listener, Edmond Williams, on Sid Nathan's King record label. That's James Brown. It says James Brown plays and directs Soul Pride Part 1 is the name of the tune. That was requested by Edmond Williams. This one came out in December of 1969. It's a song he wrote together with Alfred Pee Wee Ellis, who I think was the alto sax player on this. His band here featured James Brown on piano, Pee Wee Ellis on alto sax, Maceo Parker and St. Clair Pinckney on tenor sax, Fred Wesley on trombone, Richard Griffin and Wayman Reed on trumpet. He had a big orchestra here. Sweet Charles Sherrill on the bass, Jimmy Nolan on guitar, and Clyde Stubblefield on the drums. This was his 72nd release for King Records. A song he produced. This did chart also number 7 on KYAC out of Kirkland, Washington. Our instrumental opener from February 69 on King Records. James Brown with his tune called Soul Pride Part 1. You know, we feature Soul 45s here. As requested by you, I think the first few are my selections. So let's start it off here with the vocal portion. I'm sure many of you know this next group out of St. Louis, Missouri. This is their first of 6 on the Musicland record label, Musicland USA. This charted number 15 on Cashbox, 12 on Billboard, and this was a big number 1 record if you were tuned in to KYOK in St. Louis, Missouri. It features Walter Scott on lead. Let's open up the vocal portion with Bob Kubin and the Inman, December 1965 release, originally released in 65, became a hit in 1966. Bob Kubin and the Inman. The song is called The Cheater. Here we go.
Say now, look out for the
Yeah, there you go. We open up the vocal portion here with the sound of Bob Kubin and the Inman, December 1965 release there on Music Land USA. Many variations on, on that 45 because it was such a big hit. I think the first press is the yellow label, and I'm trying to think the number is kind of odd too, but that is a true first press. But that one there, Bob Kubin and the Inmen with the Cheater, that's Walter Scott on lead. He was the lead of the group. And the sad thing about the lead singer there, Walter Scott, his wife reported him missing on December 27th of 1983, and he was never found. Not until 3 years later, he was discovered at the bottom of a cistern in his backyard, and he was murdered by the boyfriend of his wife, but they were convicted of the murder and did time for that. But a great voice there. For Bob Kubin and the Inman. I think they were on Dick Clark's American Bandstand. They lip-synced that song when it was a big hit for the group. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday, and I added this tune to the mix also. This singer from Paris, Tennessee. He recorded two for Don Roby's Sure Shot record label out of Houston, Texas. This was his first release. His name, Edward L. Jones, but he recorded as Buster Jones. This one charted regionally, number 13 on KATZ in St. Louis, Missouri. And I think the 1964 release by Juanita Williams on Golden World Records inspired this version from August 1966. Let's give a listen to Buster Jones. Buster Jones on the Sure Shot label. It's called Baby Boy.
Nothing else that I could do. I didn't have a girl as lovely as you. Oh, baby, I used to sit around and cry, cry, cry until the day that you walked right by. I had to stop and ask you your name. And since that day, girl, I'm not the same.
There you go with a very cool sound there. I like that record there. Buster Jones paid $1 for that 45. All worth it, I will say. Buster Jones there, August 1966 release on the Sure Shot record label. Baby Boy is the name of the tune, his first of two for Sure Shot Records. Now, I think that I think they kind of got that from the Juanita Williams tune. She does a song called Baby Boy, 1964. He would have other releases on Filet of Soul Records and also the BJ record label. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. And if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And that is the best way to get notifications. You're liking the studio here. I don't know about the light. Charlene, and those of you in the chat room, what do you think about the light here? I was contacted by Calvin. He asked me how the show was going. I told him, I said, well, there's a couple of hiccups that need to be adjusted, like my mic voice here, I guess, because it's a little bit lower than the music, and but I don't know how to louden it here on this digital mic that you see in the visual here. You see it in the visual if I go to turntable number 2. This is the digital mixer. And then I have a mixer here. You see maybe a little bit of it. It's the Newmark mixer to the 2 turntables, and it goes into this. The speakers are close by. But as long as you don't hear any feedback, that's the amazing thing. I will have an in-studio guest on June 26th. That's a Thursday at 1 o'clock. Bill Old will be in this chair here. Okay, your requests are on the table, but I took the PC, I brought it downstairs, so I'll take this end table out. I have an end table here between this table and turntable number 2. So Bill will be sitting in a chair next to me for his all gospel special. That'll be at 1 p.m. on June 26th. And I'll be here tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Got a rare girl groups special, playing all girl group and female leads with male backing tomorrow at 1 p.m. So if you're into that, and it's 1950s and early 60s, but going early style, 1952 through I think 62, I think is when I'm ending. But that is tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. We are here on a Wednesday evening with the Soul 45s. Got one, I think actually 2 more that I picked. One was for a birthday that I missed last week for a singer. But also last minute I found out that we lost Lou Christie. All these singers are passing away. It's kind of like it's mind-boggling. It's actually too much to bear, really, with the deaths of all these singers. I really can't deal with it. It's you hear their records for your lifetime, basically, and then they're no longer with us. So it's very, very sad thing. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's go down to Stan Lewis's Ron Records as we head down to Louisiana way. For this gal, she had 4 releases on the Ron record label. Let's give a listen to her 4th. This tune written by Toussaint McCall. Her name is Barbara West. This charted regionally. I like this record. I bought this from Barry Soltz a long time ago. Charted number 27 on KZEY in Tyler, Texas from February 1969. Let's give a listen to Barbara West. Barbara West on Ron Records. It's called Congratulations, Baby. Barbara West. Here we go.
Just feel your
Johnny G almost got caught. Almost got caught there. There you go. That's a great sound there. February 1969 release. That's her fourth release on the Ron record label. Congratulations, baby. What Mark Speck said there is a rare record on this label. Only four. I got to check that, Mark, if I have that 45. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Up next is singer originally from Highland Park, Michigan. I had this scheduled to play on last Wednesday's show, but I couldn't find the request for Edmond Williams. But I wanted to play it, and actually in David Silberg, he tunes in on the archive. He is busy in the evenings for a while, but he told me that we just celebrated his birthday, or would have been his birthday, and he would have celebrated his 91st birthday on June 9th, but we lost him on January 21 of 1984. He was only 49 years old, but he was known as Mr. Excitement, and you know I'm talking about Jackie Wilson. He would suffer a massive heart attack on September 29th, 1975. He was performing at the Latin Casino in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, as part of a Dick Clark Good Old Rock and Roll Review. And right in the middle of a tune he was singing, Lonely Teardrops, he collapsed. But he slipped into a coma and remained in that state until he died. But in 1953, he would join Billy Ward and the Dominoes, and he would replace the lead singer there, Clyde McPhatter, who left to form the Drifters. Now, he would go solo in 1957, signing a contract with Brunswick Records, and he remained with Brunswick throughout his entire career. His first solo single came out in the fall of 57. It was called Reet Petite, and Edmond asked to play his 26th release, which I couldn't find. But so I picked one that I have fond memories of because I was with my Aunt Mary when she purchased this 45 in the summer of 1966 in a record store in White Plains, New York. His 42nd of 67 releases for the Brunswick record label. This tune, written by Barbara Acklin and David Scott, this charted number 19 on Cashbox, number 11 on Billboard, number 5 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 1 record on WBEE in Chicago. As we go back to August 1966 for Mr. Excitement, Jackie Wilson. On the Brunswick record label, the tune is called Whispers, Getting Louder, the great Jackie Wilson. There you go, the great Jackie Wilson there, August 1966 release on the Brunswick record label. That should bring back memories to many of you in the YouTube chat room there. Jackie Wilson with Whispers Getting Louder. Johnny G can take instant requests here on the Wednesday evening show, so let's flip over this 45. Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Charlene tells me you wanted to hear the flip side of the 45. We can play that here. So let's flip over. Let me just see the writers on this. Jimmy Ratcliffe wrote this side, as well as Buddy Scott. Produced by Carl Davis. So let's flip over that big hit for Jackie Wilson, Whispers Getting Louder. And you get this side here, an instant request for Mark Speck, Jackie Wilson with The Fairest of Them All. The Fairest of Them All for Mark Speck, Jackie Wilson.
Keep on asking me why I hold you oh so tight. And when my friends come around, I keep you out of sight. When you look in that mirror, I wanna know, what do you see? Is it Cleopatra, a loving tree, modern Snow White with red roses at your feet? Well, if I was a magic mirror and I was hanging on your wall, I tell you, you are far the fairest of them all. I see you strutting all over town like one of the chosen few. What you think is a sexy walk, it looks more like a boogaloo. Now when you look in that mirror, I wanna know, what do you see? Is it Miss Universe, a movie star, all those things that you tell yourself you are? Now I was a magic mirror and I was hanging on your wall. I tell you, you are far the fairest of them all. So woman, why don't you comb your hair, put on your pretty face? I'll be over to take you out so we can brighten up the human race. Now when you look in that mirror, I wanna know, what do you see? Is it a Playboy bunny, a movie queen, a big time model, or some fashion magazine? Well, if I was a magic mirror and I was hanging on your wall, I tell you, you are far the fairest of them all. You are far the fairest of them all. Baby, okay, alright. You are far the fairest of them all.
Instant requests here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. B-sides here. That one there from August 1966. That's the B-side to Whispers Getting Louder by Jackie Wilson. It's called The Fairest of Them All. A cool tune there, Mark. Thanks for requesting that B-side. Johnny G here. On a Wednesday, if you are new to this program, just finding out about it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. The show continues to grow here with each and every show I do. It's our first show of the week. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. for the All Girl Group Special, then Saturday night at 9 p.m. 1950s and early 60s rhythm and blues and vocal group harmony 45s as requested by you, the listeners. Let us continue with the request for this evening with a touch of the 70s up next for listener George Chestnut. In 1969, Diana Ross would leave the Supremes, and their last single, I think she did, was Someday We'll Be Together. Jean Terrell would replace Diana Ross as the lead singer. This was the group's 45th release that George requested This group included Velma Jean, that would be Jean Terrell, Mary Wilson, and Cindy Birdsong. This tune written by Lou Stallman, produced by Frank Wilson, and this is a featured duet, actually, with Mary Wilson and Jean Terrell. This charted number 16 on Billboard, 5 on the R&B chart from December 1971. Let's give a listen to the Supremes. This is by request for George Chestnut. Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition, the Supremes on Motown. It's called Floyd Joy for George. There you go. Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. I remember hearing that record on the radio. I was in junior high school in December of 1971. Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition, going out to George Chestnut. The Supremes there on Motown Records. Floyd Joy is the name of the tune. As you know, we have many UK listeners into the Northern Soul sound. They listen live, like Tony Crosby is tuned in live. I know that. Malcolm, I think you're in the UK. We got some other people that tune in live, I'm sure, but a lot do tune in on the archive, and they often request flip sides and whatnot after the fact here. So let us fill a request now for Mark McHugh in the UK. Now, on the last Wednesday show, I played a request for Dave Phillips. He requested this singer by the name of Jimmy Lewis, and I featured his first of two on the Minute record label. It was called The Girls of Texas. Now, Mark McHugh asked for the flip side here. He said to me that this used to, I guess, I don't know, back in the day of those, when those all-nighters would be over in the UK, certain records, maybe some don't get played as much anymore, so I don't know how that scene is today, but how it was back in the early 1970s, I think songs like this would get people out on the dance floor. So let's fill a request for Mark McHugh in the UK for Jimmy Lewis. This is his first of two on the Minute record label. He co-wrote and produced this tune from February 67. Jimmy Lewis with Let Me Know.
If you love me, let me know. If you don't, let me go. This old heart can't take no more. You keep saying that you don't know. If you don't love me now for yourself, don't get mad when I'm with someone else. Honey, you got to make up your mind. You're just wasting a precious time. Cause I'm young and I want to live. I've got so much love to give. If you don't want it, some girl will. If you do, here it is. You better use your mentality. Cause all these pretty girls are tempting me. This was told to me by my mother. Said that don't get one son, you get the other, yeah. If you love me now, let me know. If you don't, please let me go. This old heart can't stand no more. You keep saying that you don't know. If you don't love me, girl, now for yourself, don't get mad when I'm with someone else. Honey, you got to make up your mind. All you're doing is wasting time, yeah. Cause I'm young and I got to live. I've got so much love to give. If you don't want it, some girl will. If you do, here it is. You just keep on wasting time. Can't seem to make up your mind. This old heart ain't getting no stronger. I don't think it will last much longer.
There you go, by request from Mark McHugh in the UK. That's the sound of Jimmy Lewis, his first of two. It's on the Minute record label. This is a nice vinyl press too, by the way. February 67. Let Me Know is the name of the tune. I think that is the flip is the well, wait a minute. This is not I thought this was a promo. It's not. This is a doesn't say promo on it. I thought it was, but it is not. There you go. Jimmy Lewis, Let Me Know. You can let Johnny G know by sending me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is where you should send me your requests. That'd be a good thing. I'm not getting the comments on my YouTube. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on sometimes. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. He requested this gal from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, but she did most of her recording in Washington, D.C. Now, she was discovered by a Never Duncan, who would write and produce a lot of her tunes, and she recorded for different labels. I think I played her first release. It came out on Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label. Then she has one on Pledge, which I think I have, and she did 8 for Never Duncan's Neb's record label. This is her third release, and one I really do like. I have this both on a red label. I was going to show you the yellow label. Reed, I would think that the yellow label was the first, but the red one plays better. This one from April 1965. This is going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. The sound of Ruby Johnson. Ruby Johnson and her tune called Here I Go Again for Adrian. There you go. By request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico there. The great sound there from April 1965. Miss Ruby Johnson. Ruby Johnson on the Nebs record label. Here I Go Again is the name of the tune. What did I say? Timbo C. So this record is as old as Timbo C in our YouTube chat room. What did you say? He was born 1965. I was already 7 years old when this record came out. 58, almost 7. Well, no, not even 7 years old. I would have been in September, so I was 6 years old when that record came back. So there you go. But that's a great record. I like that tune. Let us continue here for a Wednesday evening. Let's fill a request now for a listener, Chris Reed, in our YouTube chat room for this 10-member group from Charlotte, North Carolina. 9 of them played instruments, except the lead singer, who co-wrote this tune with the bass player of the group, Von Cobble. His lead singer name, Hazel Martin. This was their second of 4 for the Smash record label. I guess this would be considered, those of you like Lee in Virginia who likes the beach sound, this is probably one of those tunes. A beach sound here by this group called the Tempest. This is really, I think, the B-side of their second release. Can't Get You Out of My Mind. And this one from October 1967 going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. The Tempests with their tune called What You Gonna Do? The Tempest for Chris.
When your girl is leaving you and you realize you just lost a good thing, think of all the fun you had together, and there was nothing else any better. Will you pick up the telephone? Ain't nobody at home. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, boy? Toss and turn all night long, boy, asking yourself just what went wrong now, yeah. Will you be afraid of loneliness, knowing it's your turn for unhappiness? What you gonna do, boy? What you gonna do, boy? You think you can make it all alone now, even though you know you were wrong, boy. What you gonna do? Loneliness is such bad news.
Yeah, Johnny G almost getting caught. There you go. That's the sound of the Tempest there. That is Hazel Martin on lead. The Tempest, their second release on the Smash record label. That one they're going out to Chris Reed. What You Gonna Do is the name of the tune. I think they have an LP too that came out on the Smash record label. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition now, and let's give a listen to the sound of Motown here as we fill a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat. I like this tune also by this group as we head to Detroit, Michigan for the sound of the Temptations. First recording for Miracle Records back in 1961. Then they ended up on Gordy Records beginning in 1962. Now, this was the B-side to the group's 12th release on the Gordy label. The A-side was called My Baby, but this is the flip side that my aunt really liked. She liked this side, too. as both sides taken from that LP, The Temptin' Temptations. And this side did charted number 83 on Billboard, 78 on Cashbox, 15 on the R&B chart, and this was a big #1 record if you were tuned into WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio. It features Paul Williams on lead by request. Going out to Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room, September 65. The Temptations with their tune called Don't Look Back. This is for Bust the Bass.
If it's love that you're running from, there's no hiding place. You can't hide, you can't run. Love has problems, I know, but they're problems we'll just have to face. Oh yeah. If you just put your hand in mine, we're gonna leave all our troubles behind. Keep on walking, don't look back. Don't look back. And don't look back. Oh yeah. And don't look back. Baby, don't look back. The past is behind you. Let nothing remind you. If your first lover broke your heart, there's something that can be done. Don't hide, don't run. Don't end your faith in love because of what he's done. So if you just put your hand in mine, we're gonna leave all our troubles behind. Keep on walking, don't look back. Don't look good about the past now. Don't look back, baby. Keep on walking and don't look back. Don't look back. The past is behind you. Let nothing remind you. Love can be a beautiful thing, though your first love let you down. Oh yeah. 'Cause I know we can make love grow, baby, the second time around. Oh yeah. So if you just put your hand in mine, we're gonna leave all our troubles behind. Keep on pushing, don't look back. Now but I say we won't look back, yeah. Keep on walking and won't look back. Forget about the past now, baby. And don't look back, baby, 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 don't look back.
Yeah, it's the great Temptations there. By request for Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room, September 1965 release, Don't Look Back is the name of the tune. I see that Miami Santi was talking about the flip side here. I'm going to play that for him. But that is Paul Williams on lead, the tune Don't Look Back. You know, he was really picked as the lead singer of the group, especially when they first began recording. And then kind of like they all started doing leads there. I guess when David Ruffin came in, he became like the top lead. But in the early stages of the Temptations, he had a great voice. He did. And that one there by request for Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room. And not that I wanted to do a battle of the songs here, but Edmond Williams requested this singer that covered this tune, the singer from Cleveland, Ohio, began recording with Sam Cooke's SAR Records as a member of the Valentinos. And then he would go solo in 1965, recording for a number of labels. But he had 3 releases on the Liberty record label. This was his first of 3. This is actually the B-side. And Edmund requested both sides of the record, but I figured I'd kind of do a little bit of a comparison to this tune called Don't Look Back. So we just heard the original is done by the Great Temptations. Let's give a listen to this cover as done by Bobby Womack. This is requested by Edmond Williams. Bobby Womack from July 1970. Touch of the 70s here on the Liberty record label. And his rendition of the tune, Don't Look Back. Cover tunes here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, by request for Edmond Williams. That's Bobby Womack's version of the Temptations' Don't Look Back. That's a July 1970 release, his first of three for the Liberty record label. Let's go back to that Temptations 45 and flip it over for Miami Santi, who was in our Oldies and More chat room here. And this was the intended A-side here, September 65, the Temptations on Gordy Records. And the A-side, it's called My Baby. This is for Miami Santi.
Or Buffon or its girl, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, baby, pretty baby. Hair so like a baby's lamb, and I love to run my fingers through it. I hope she digs me the way I am, but if I have to change, you know I'm gonna do it for my baby. Contains more gold than anything in this world could hold. My baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, baby, pretty baby. Enough gold in her personality to set Fort Knox to shame. my life complete. Oh yeah, she's my baby. Oh yeah, she's my baby. And I love her so. Yeah, I love my baby so. My baby, she's cute as can be. My baby, little girl's got a hold on me. My baby has a kiss so sweet, knocks me off my feet. She makes my life complete. Has my mind in a kind of a haze. Has me walking around in a daze. My baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, baby, pretty baby, gives me a feeling I can't explain. She sets my soul on fire. When I don't feel hurt and I don't feel pain, all I feel is a strong desire for my baby. Oh, yeah, my baby, that personality that satisfies me. Oh, baby, that's my baby, my baby, my baby.
Yeah, Styrene Crackle on that one there. The other side played okay. That side was probably played a little bit more. You know how Johnny G feels about Styrene 45s, but there you go. That is the intended A side there. David Ruffin on lead with the Temptations, September 1965. That is the A side, My Baby. That when they're going out to Miami Santi in the Oldies and More chat room there. And we played the flip side, Don't Look Back for Busta Bass. And then I played a cover of that tune by Bobby Womack from July 1970. That was actually the intended B-side of his first release on the Liberty record label. But let's give a listen to the A-side of the 45, which is actually another cover tune. This song was done first by Sam Cooke, but this side did chart number 30 on the R&B chart and a big number 16 record on KSOL out of San Francisco, California. This is for Edmond Williams. Bobby Womack, July 1970, his first of three. This side called I'm Gonna Forget About You. This is for Edmond Williams.
Sleep a wink all night long, waiting by my telephone. Said you called me about 9:45. Girl, you went somewhere and stood me up again. I don't know what you're gonna do, but if you stay, I'm gonna move. Oh, baby, I'm gonna forget about you. I made up my mind. I'm gonna forget about you. Listen, don't try to tell me that you're sorry. Oh, don't give me that same old line. I know for a fact, if I took you back, you make me lose my mind. I'm gonna forget about you sometime. I'm gonna forget about you, oh baby. Listen, I'm gonna snatch your picture off my wall. I'm gonna run out and have myself a ball. Too many fish in a deep blue sea. I ain't gonna do it, girl. I ain't gonna let you make a fool out of me. I don't know what you're gonna do. This is the way I see it. You're tired of me, and I'm so tired of you. I'm gonna forget about you. I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna forget about you. Oh, it's all over.
There you go. The sound of Bobby Womack here on the Vinyl Treasure Show by request for listener Edmond Williams in Queens, New York. He's got a busy night in the ER, but that's Bobby Womack with I'm Gonna Forget About You. We heard earlier their cover of the Temptations tune, Don't Look Back. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request for Mike Case, a.k.a. Ivart Shiva, in our YouTube chat room. And he requested this singer born in Nashville, Tennessee, but he was raised in Cleveland, Ohio, eventually moving to Detroit. He was a member of the 1950s vocal group The Future Tones. They recorded back in 1957 for the Tress record label. You can hear that tune on my Saturday evening show. His real name was Charles Hatcher, but he would change it to Edwin Starr. He signed with Ed Wingate's Rick Tick Records back in 1965, had 6 releases on the label, and 1967 he would move to Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown Empire and would have 10 releases through 1971. Now Mike requested his 4th release, and it's a tune he wrote together with Johnny Bristol and Harvey Fuqua. Fuqua also produced it, and as well as Johnny Bristol. Is charted number 6 on the Billboard and R&B chart, and a big #1 record. I don't want to get pinched. Got to play these hits early in the show. #1 on WJLB out of Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to January of 1969 by request for Ivart Shiva in our YouTube chat room. The sound of Edwin Starr and his hit called 25 Miles.
Come on, feet. Start moving. Got to get me there. Hey, hey. Yeah. Oh, 25 miles from home, girl. My feet are hurting mighty bad. Now I've been walking for 3 days and 2 lonely nights. You know that I'm mighty mad. But I got a woman waiting for me that's gonna make this trip worth a while. You see, she's got the kind of loving and a kissing make a man go stone wild. So I got to keep on walking. I got to walk on. I'm so tired, but I just can't lose my stride. I got 15 miles to go now, and I can hear my baby
Yeah, that one there going out to Ivart Shiver in our YouTube chat room, a.k.a. My Case, January 69 release there from Mr. Edwin Starr. Edwin Starr on the Gordy record label. 25 Miles is the name of the tune. Did you ever walk 25 miles? I don't think I can do. I probably could have done it when I was when I was a little bit lighter, but not anymore. Johnny G's got bad knees as we continue here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Warren Russell now in our YouTube chat room. I have no information on this gal, but it's on Vivian Carter's VJ Records out of Chicago. And she had another release, I think, on Warner Brothers back in 1965, but this one released in March of 63. W. James M. Gregory. Charlene, who were the writers on that? March 1963. Her name is Barbara Jackson. Barbara Jackson on VJ Records for Warren Russell. It's called Second Best for Warren.
Playing around with any other, oh yeah, girl in town. Won't you please tell me? Don't make me guess. I don't wanna wind up second best. If you're pretending, don't make me the one. Find yourself another girl, oh yeah, who is out for fun. But if you're uncertain, I'll give you a test to make sure I don't, no, wind up second best. I don't want to wind up second best in your heart. I want you to hold me and say we'll never part. I don't want to lose you, so make up your mind. 'Cause I don't want to be the one you leave behind. So if you're planning on leaving me alone, then I'll be glad, baby, yeah, oh, when you are gone. Then I won't have to worry, I won't have to guess, and be the one to wind up, yeah, second best. I don't want to wind up second best. I don't want to wind up second best. I don't want to wind up second best. I don't want to wind up.
There you go. That one there going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That's a cool sound by Barbara Jackson. Barbara Jackson, March 1963. I was collecting the VJ record label, plus thousands of other labels too, folks, as you know. And that a cool tune called Second Best. Johnny G ain't taking second best. I want to be first. And I am so close to having 3,000 subscribers here on my YouTube channel. I think I'm like, I think 30 something down or 29 down from having 30. So let's get me up to 3,000 subscribers. That'll be a feat, because then I will be contacted by the YouTube brass. And I really want to talk to them about, shutting down my show when it's live. And then, speaking of that, it was funny. I was on. Let me go to the host here. So I was preparing for the show today, and I get emails when many of you go to the when you go look at my archives. There's about 800 and something videos there, and lots of people are watching them now. So I get I think it was the December 22nd, 2021 show, and I did a test show. That was where I was playing 15 seconds of records, hundreds of records that day, and when I had time to do that. And the people were commenting and whatnot. So I played a Patty Austin record. One side, I think it was John Ferry requested it, her rendition of a tune called What a Difference a Day Makes. But the flip side was an up-tempo tune that I ended up playing on the show. But today, it blocked that video. So I don't know what happened with the Patty Austin, and hopefully it's just that song. But it's really a great, I think one of her Northern tunes that was pretty good. I forget, it's Got to Something. But it's a flip side of, it was a flip side of What a Difference a Day Makes. It's a great two-sided record that I ended up picking up in my travels. But that kind of gets my gourd, you know. But anyway, we are here on Oldies and More Radio. Those of you tuned into that program, and also live on the YouTube as we continue here. So let's fill a request now for, these are my cheat notes, folks, you see. Cheating. Johnny G cheating. Fill a request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room, for this singer born in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, but he was raised in North Carolina, but raised in South Carolina. And he would move to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and in 1957, he would join the Dell Vikings. But in 1959, he would go solo, recording for a number of different labels, I think first for Clock Records, but he would have other releases on different labels. He would sign with WAN Records in 1961, and Oldies Fan requested his third release for the WAN label, and this tune written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. I don't think this will get me shut down. That Walk On By record did. I had to remove it on the last, was it the last show or the show before? I had to remove it, and it erases all the chat. That's what I get upset about. But anyway, this is a Burt Bacharach, Hal David tune. This charted number 59 on Billboard, 41 on Cashbox, 13 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 2 record if you were tuned into WGSB in Chicago by request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to Chuck Jackson. Chuck Jackson on the WAN record label from June 61. His tune is called I Wake Up Crying for Joseph Smith. Here you go. Ooh.
I wake up crying after tossing and turning and yearning the whole night long. Birdie, baby, since you went away, haven't spent a won't you save me from this misery?
Yeah, I don't know what it is with I have two vinyl presses of this record, and it has some type of surface noise, and they are clean as a whistle, so I don't know what it is. Got to be the press. For this, and I would probably want the styrene copy of that 45, but it's a great tune. Mr. Chuck Jackson there going out to Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith in our YouTube chat room. From June 1961 on the Juan record label, I Wake Up Crying is the name of the tune. My father definitely wakes up crying. He's really tough to deal with. Anybody out there experiencing buffering issues here? Because I know I had Steve in Arizona was on the last show, but he seemed to be the only one that was doing it, because sometimes it's your Wi-Fi or internet connection that does it, if the weather has a lot to do with it also. But I can maybe on my end lower the bit rate. I think could make it easier for those people. But again, it's based on the your computers, and everybody has different computers. Some people have old. I got this new one. Boy, did I have a problem with Chase Bank the other day, and I gave it to them because I was signing in on the new PC. They would not accept me onto the bank account there. Totally pissed me off. And they were supposed to call me back today. They did not do that. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on. But let's continue here. Let's fill a request for listener John Ferry in our YouTube chat. Well, I thought I had the right. Hold on, John. Here, this is on 5. This is on 4. Here we go. No, it's on 4-3. Page 3. Where's my page 3? 8. I thought I had it right, but no. Page 4. All my notes here. G-H, so 6, 7. Here we go. We fill a request for John Ferry in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Layton, Alabama, and he was the cousin to Jimmy Hughes, and he would have his biggest hit in 1966 with his debut single for the Atlantic record label. It was called When a Man Loves a Woman, but he had a total of 21 releases for Atlantic Records between 1966 and 1972. Now, John requested his 13th release, and this is actually a cover tune. This song was first done by the Crests back in 1959 for the Co-Ed record label. This tune written by Billy Dawn Smith and Sid Faust, a.k.a. Kathy Lynn. It's produced by Quinn Ivey and Martin Green, and this charted nationally. This was number 126 on the Billboard Bubbling Under charts, but a big number 6 record on WOWL in Florence, Alabama. Going out to listener John Ferry in our YouTube chat room. March 69 for Percy Sledge and his rendition of the Crest tune, The Angels Listened In. This is for John Ferry.
When they heard me
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, going out to John Ferry in our YouTube chat room. That is Percy Sled's version of the Crest tune, The Angels Listened In. That one there released in March of 1969 on the Atlantic record label. Well, let's flip it over here because John mentioned the flip side as well as Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. And we just heard from Chuck Jackson, 1961, I Wake Up Crying on Juan Records. But Chuck Jackson originally did this side too back in 1962. But this side also charted. This tune written by done by Chuck Jackson, but written by Bob Hillard and Burt Bacharach. And it is, this charted too. This charted number 86 on Billboard, number 35 on the R&B chart, and a big number 5 record on WKFR in Battle Creek, Michigan. So let's flip over The Angels Listened In by Percy Sledge, and you get this side going out to John Ferry and also to Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. March 69, Percy Sledge and his rendition of the tune Any Day Now.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love. Then you'll be on your way. Then the blue shadows will fall all over town. Oh, any day now, love will let me down, 'cause you won't be around. Any day now, when your restless eyes meet someone new, and oh, to my surprise, then my wild, beautiful bird, you will have flown. Oh, any day now, love will let me down, 'cause you won't be around. I know I shouldn't keep you if you don't want to stay until you're gone forever. I'll be holding on for dear life, holding you this way. I'm begging you to stay any day now. When the clock strikes gold, you call it off. And then my tears will flow. Then the blue shadows will fall all over town. Oh, any day
Yeah, cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for John Ferry. Also, Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. That is Percy Sledge. Percy Sledge on the Atlantic record label. His rendition of the Chuck Jackson tune, Any Day Now. And prior to that, we heard his rendition of the Crest tune, The Angels Listened In, from March of 1969. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition and fill a request now for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room as we go to Philadelphia now for this singer. But he's originally from Spring Gully, South Carolina. He was instrumental with creating a dance sensation called The Twist. And he recorded a bunch of dance tunes, and he had this is his 16th of 26 releases for the Parkway record label. This tune written by Dave Appel and Cal Mann, and this tune. Wait, what is this, Charlene? This record, first done really by Billy Lehman and the Rockets in 1959 on the ARP record label. That is interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Charlene, so that's a new thing for me. But this charted number 12 on Billboard, number 4 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 1 record on WEEP in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from October 1963. This is going out to James Brown in our YouTube chat rooms. Chubby Checker on Parkway Records. I have a picture sleeve with this. I'll show it to you. The song is called Lottie Low. This is for James Brown. There you go, by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat. You know, I got the, it's early, folks, and I get the first copyright police coming around the corner. Johnny G is running down the street here. And there you go. That's the sound of Chubby Checker from October 1963 on the Parkway record label. Lottie Low is the name of the tune. So they came out on this. So I don't know. What is it with Chubby Checker and the records here? I don't know. Was it the Parkway label? I don't know. But let's flip it over here. Johnny G is bold. Let me see something for a second. When they say this is actually, that was the intended A side. One thing that Parkway does, which is good, they put the A and B sides of the record. You don't have to guess with the matrix number. But just so you know, let me see. Well, I can't. They used A and B, not with the matrix. But anyway. So let's flip this 45 over here. I don't have the chart action for this, but this but I think this side was also played. So this is an instant request for James Brown in our YouTube chat from October 1963, Chubby Checker, the flip side of Lottie Low. The tune is called Hookah Tooka. This is for James Brown.
Hookah tooka my soda cracker. Does your mama chaw tobacco? If your mama chaw tobacco, say hookah tooka my soda cracker. Hookah tooka my soda cracker. Does your mama chaw tobacco? If your mama chaw tobacco, say hookah tooka my soda cracker. Who your love, I say. You know I love my mother-in-law. If your love, mama like you say, why can't mama chaw everybody? Hookah tooka my soda cracker. Does your mama chaw tobacco? If your mama chaw tobacco, say hookah tooka my soda cracker. Mama loves you all, and you know I'm her son-in-law. If you love me like you say you do, chaw tobacco too. Hey! Hookah tooka my soda cracker. Does your mama chaw tobacco? If your mama chaw tobacco, say hookah tooka my soda cracker. Hookah tooka my soda cracker. Hookah tooka my
So there you go. That one there by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. Now, this tune, what? Listen, my nephew chews tobacco. I told him not to do that. That is not a good thing to chew tobacco. But this has to be, who wrote this tune here? I'm just curious here where this tune originated from. Originated from somewhere. I can't read this here. You know, Johnny G's eyes are not that good. But I noticed somebody was chewing tobacco there. My nephew chews. Does Joe still chew tobacco? I know Lori was trying to get him to stop that. But anyway, there you go. That one there going out to James Brown in our YouTube chat. When you heard the A and B side there of Chubby Checker, his... what I say that was his 16th release for the Parkway record label out of Philadelphia. Lottie Low backed with Hookah Tooka. Johnny G's Hookah Tookering here with the copyright police around my tail, but hopefully we'll lose them with this request for listener Frank Chingaro. This female's only release. This is on Vince Gary and Joey Villa's Hallmark Records, which is out of New York City. I know this record was issued two ways, and the first press is the red copy, red label that I have. It comes like on a kind of a yellow and pink multicolor type thing too, which I also have. But this tune written by label owner Vince Gary, and it's arranged by Don French. Didn't Don French record some tunes back in the late 1950s, I think? But anyway, let's go to September of 1969 by request for Frank Chingaro. Her name is Leona Dunn. Leona Dunn, D-U-N-N, on Hallmark Records. It's called Baby Don't Play Around. Leona Dunn for Frank.
I don't wanna puppet on a string. I just want to know that
There you go, September 1969 release there, going out to Frank Gingaro in our YouTube channel. We'll send that one out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro. The sound of Leona Dunn on the Hallmark record label Baby Don't Play Around. Johnny G don't play around. I play original vinyl 45, so I ain't playing around as we continue here on a Wednesday evening. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Tomorrow, I will be doing a all-girl group special. I have the records here. Where are they? Where? Oh, yeah, here they are. Here's just a portion of my girl. I'm gonna start it off with it. Even though the first record is not a girl group, it's a Jimmy Wright record. So there you go. I won't tell you what it is. You can figure it out. And then I start off with an Ella Fitzgerald record here. So I pulled out a bunch of things here that you may enjoy, and they're not common by any means. I will tell you that much. So you can check it out. Labels like Federal and Aladdin and Jubilee and Atlantic and Republic. And did you ever see this one on RPM before? RPM, Rainbow, Club 51. So if you're into this type of music, the Nestor label, there you go. So you get a little bit of a combo records. Here, Rego Records. I know some people know what that is off the bat. I don't know if you know this Old Town Records, but there's some good things here. So maybe some things you never heard of before. But anyway, there you go. That is for tomorrow. And then, of course, I'll be back on Saturday. But let us continue here. And let's fill a request now for listener Avatar in our YouTube chat room, this great singer from Washington, D.C., and his life was cut short with that terrible accident back in 1970 when he went off the bridge, and we lost a great singer. We did. But he had 19 releases for Leonard Chess's Chess record label. Actually started back with Chess, I think, back in 1956. I think the most recent record I played was his OK release on the 50s show, which I really like. But he's got some really great sounds on the Chess label. This is the 11th release. Actually, it's the B-side of his 45. It came out in December of 65, as requested by Avatar in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to the sound of Billy Stewart. This tune written by Sheena DeMel and Sugar Pie DeSanto, and it was produced by Billy Davis, Billy Stewart on the Chess record label. The song is called Mountain of Love, and this is by request for Avatar, Billy Stewart. Here you go.
Come and I climb with a bee to my mountain of love. Hey, let's get away from all the people below, girl. Yeah. So if your love is strong as mine, follow my instructions. I wanna tell you how much I love you and that I care, girl, yeah. Take you in my arms and hold you without a stop, hope, or a stare, girl. Oh, I say that right. We cannot be alone, don't you know? I said just the two of us. Take you back now. There's so much we cannot do if I'm out of love, you would only try. So, but I know you with me to my mountain over love. Oh, baby, won't you come and go to with me right now and be by my side? Yeah. How about I need you so, and I want you be in your life. So I said I got that girl right with me. Really, baby, time I need your love. With me, I said I can't make a trip all alone. With me to my mountain over love. Hey, baby, stay with me.
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's this great sound of Billy Stewart, December 1965. I think the flip is Secret Love, I think, on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Billy Stewart with Mountain of Love on the Chess label. That's going out to Avatar in our YouTube chat room as we continue here on the All 60s edition. And let's fill a request now for a listener, Ron Harry. I know Ron Harry was in our YouTube chat room, and he requested this group from Orangeburg, South Carolina. They formed back in 1960. His group was called the Good Timers, and but they signed with Atlantic Records and had 16 releases on the Atlantic label. This is their fifth release. And Charlene, it tells me that you have the writers here, Booker T. Jones, James Porter, and Steve Cropper. So I would think that somebody on Stax recorded this first, I would say. I'm just guessing. If anybody in the chat room knows for sure, let me know. June 1966 by request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. Don Covey and the Good Timers. This was number 33 on WLOU out of Louisville, Kentucky. Don Covey and the Good Timers with Iron Out the Rough Spots for Ron Harry.
Ooh, I've been milking, been hurt so many times, but I've got faith in you. You can ease my trouble in mind. Come on now, out the rough spot, girl. Out the rough spot, yeah. You can do it, baby. Come on and do it, baby. Ooh, hurt's got a hold on. Hurt's got a hold on. Yeah, and I can't explain just what it means. But if you turn to me, I'll be all right if you will. Come on, girl. Out the rough spot. People let her out the rough spot. Come on right now. What you gonna do about this wrinkle in my heart? What you gonna do about this wrinkle in my heart? Ooh, I'll be headed in the right direction if you'll give me 24 hours of your protection. Yeah, hold me, kiss me, love me, yeah. I'm out the rough spot, yeah. I'm out the rough spot. Come on, I need you, baby. Yeah. When I'm in trouble, be my lawyer. When I first, be my doctor. When I need you, my lover. I want you to earn all the wrinkles out of my heart. Your love, 'cause I need you right now.
There you go, by request for Ron Harry there. That's the sound of Don Covey and the Good Timers. That one there from June 1966 on the Atlantic record label. What I say, their fifth release there. Iron Out the Rough Spots is the name of the tune. And I just was saying, the writers there were Booker T. Jones, David Porter, and Steve Cropper. They were writing everything for the Stax artists at the time, and I don't know, maybe they wrote for Don Covey. I mean, because Stax was distributed by Atlantic Records, so that was a possibility. But anyway, there you go. Let us continue here, and let me find page 7 here. Here we go. Got a request for UK listener Jimmo from Wales in the UK. Requested this group out of Chicago. They formed while attending Marshall High School in Chicago. First recording for the OK record label. That was back in 1963. In 1966, they signed with Brunswick Records. Had 6 releases on the Brunswick label between 66 and 73. Let's give a listen to the A-side of their third release. This charted on Cashbox, number 100 on Cashbox, 69 on Billboard, 26 on the R&B chart, and a big number 2 record. If you were tuned in to WDAS in Philadelphia, PA, let's go back to February 1967 for the sound of the Artistics. Okay, this was taken off of their Brunswick LP called I'm Gonna Miss You, which I think is the flip side of this, which I might play. This features Tommy Green on lead. This is for Jimmo in the UK, the Artistics with Girl, I Need You.
Trying to recover. Our love was good until I had to discover that you went away, and now he's your lover. But girl, I need you. Girl, I need you. I got to have you in my arms. Hey, girl, I love you. I got to have all of your sweet charms. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Always want to get you. Would you believe? Hey, girl, you're so fine. My time is your time. Though you're no good for me, I want you by my side. And oh, for your love, I'd forget my pride. Turn my back on my friends and listen to what they say. I've got to have your love any old way. Hey, girl, I need you. I got to have you in my arms. Hey, girl, I love you. I got to have all of your sweet songs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't live without you. Would you believe? I love every thing about you. I'm a fool, I must admit. 'Cause your sweet love, I just can't forget. I can't explain what you do to me. All I know is that I just can't let you be. I was only trying to deny it, trying to get you. 'Cause my heart just won't let me buy it. Girl, I need you. Girl, I love you. Got to have you.
There you go with the sound of the Artistics there. Artistics going out to Jimmo from the UK there. The Artistics with Girl, I Need You, February 1967. Tommy Green on lead. That's their third release for the Brunswick record label with the copyright police on my tail. That is not a good sign, folks, as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, because they know all these songs. I got to play some obscure records to throw them off my path. But anyway, let's continue here. Fill a request for David Vielma. This singer born in Ashland, West Virginia, but he was raised in Philadelphia. After serving in the military, he returned in 1958 to form a vocal group called the Gainers, recording for the Red Top record label, also other labels too for that group like Cameo and Mercury and Tally-Ho Records. But in 1963 he teamed up with Bert Burns and Jerry Ragavoy, who brought him to United Artists Records, where he would have 11 singles. And this was his first release, a tune written by Burns and Ragavoy under the alias of Burt Russell and Norman Meade, or Made, M-A-D-E, if that is correct. He's singing with his group, the Enchanters, and they would be backing him up on this. But in actuality, the Enchanters were called the Gospel Heirs, and they're doing the background work. And the Gospel Heirs included Cissy Houston, Dionne Warwick, and Dee Dee Warwick. And this was a big hit for him, number 4 on the Billboard and Cashbox charts, and a big number 1 R&B hit for him, as Johnny G is really testing the waters here from July 1963, going out to David Vielma, Garnet Mims, and the Enchanters on United Artists Records, and the song is called Cry Baby for David.
Just don't know why. And when you don't know what to do, you come running and start to cry, cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby, like you always do. Don't you know nobody can love you the way I do? So take the pain and the heartache too. Times before, I know that all it takes is just the sight of your face to make me realize that I'll always love you, darling. And I can see that you've got some more tears to shed. I can see it, baby, because your eyes are getting red. So come on.
That is such a great record. It is. My aunt really liked that tune also there, by the way. That one there going out to David Vealman, our YouTube chat. That's Garnet Mims and the Enchanters, July 1963 release on United Artists Records. Cry Baby is the name of that tune. I'm missing like two records by Garnet Mims on United Artists. That they're not. I don't think they're that expensive, but I just can't find them anyway. Let's continue here, and let's fill a request now for listener Ralph Like, aka Ralph Like. Record Ralph from Syracuse, New York, as we go to Henry Stone's Dade record label for this. Dade Records was out of Miami, Florida. This group had 4 releases on the Dade record label. The group included Bobby Roach on guitar, James Brown on piano, Nat Kendrick was on drums, and Carlton King Coleman. He was Nat Kendrick. Wait a minute. Got this. How's this go, Charlene? Consisted of Bobby Roach guitar, James Brown piano, Nat Kendrick drummer, and Carlton King Coleman. So is he the lead, Charlene, on this? I would think. Okay, it would just say and lead singer King Coleman. But anyway, this was recorded with actually that is James Brown, aka the James Brown, on piano, by the way, and James Brown is on piano and shouting the song title, but to prevent Brown's voice from being recognized, Henry Stone overdubbed shouted vocals by King Coleman. Oh, so there you go. And King Coleman was a local disc jockey. And let me see. This tune was written by Desi Rozier, which was an alias for James Brown. Now, he was really covering up on this, is what he was doing here, because, you're moonlighting here, but you don't want your record company that you're under contract to find out about it. And he did have problems with King Records because he ended up going to Smash Records, and that was a big thing where he couldn't do any vocals. I think he was only doing instrumentals at the time. But this one came out in late 1959. It rolled into 1960, so we got a date of February 1960. Charted number 84 on Billboard, number 8 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record on WINZ in Miami, Florida. Let's give a listen to Nat Kendrick and the Swans on Dade Records for Ralph Like. It's called Do the Mashed Potatoes for Ralph.
Mashed potatoes!
There you go. That one there going out to Ralph in Syracuse. That's the sound of Nat Kendrick. And the Swans with Do the Mashed Potatoes came out on Dade Records. That's Henry Stone's Dade label out of Florida. February 1960 release. I think Joey D and the Starlighters did a cover of that tune. I think they did. It's what I think. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday, spinning 1960s 45. Let's continue here and fill a request now for Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. This next singer, he was born James Herbert McClelland, but he recorded as Jesse James. Now, not to be confused with the Jesse James out of Philadelphia, associated with the Filet of Soul record label. This Jesse James began recording for the Shirley record label back in 1961. But in 1967, he had releases on a number of on the Hit label. His second single for Hit would be picked up by 20th Century Fox, and That's How I Have It. And this is would become his first of 4 for 20th Century Fox. And this is a tune he co-wrote, produced by Jesse Mason, from August 1967. It's going out to G-Dog, a.k.a. Graylin, in our YouTube chat room. Here's Jesse James with Believe in Me, Baby, Part 1 for G-Dog.
Though it may seem like bad luck's on our side, but believe me, baby, good luck will come like the tide. Listen, and though it may seem like we're having such a hard time, but believe in me, baby, I know the sun will shine. We'll make it, baby, over the bumps, yes. It's you and me, baby, when we're down in the dump, yeah. I said, believe in me, baby, yeah. And help me to believe in myself, yeah, yeah, yeah. And though it may seem like we may not have clothes to wear, but believe in me, baby, someday we'll have plenty clothes to spare. And though it may seem like our money runs thin, but if you only believe in me, baby, someday we'll have plenty cash to spend. We'll make it, baby, over the bumps, yes. It's you and me, baby, when we're down in the dump, yeah. I said, believe in me, baby, yeah. And help me to believe in myself. Whoa! Seem like the doctors may never done, but if you only believe in me, baby, the war in Vietnam is yet to be won. And though it may seem like we're caught in such a deep rut, if you only stick with me, baby, things gotta go way up. We'll make it, baby, over the bumps, yes. It's you and me, baby, when we're down in the dump, yeah. I said, believe in me, baby. Listen to me now, I've got to have help in 67, yeah. Listen, oh! So many women claim they need 2 men now. One to provide, oh yeah, the other one to satisfy. I know, yeah, but listen, the man who works 8 hours a day, yeah, for the man, sometimes, oh yeah, is a little too tired. He can't always satisfy.
There you go with a tale of galloping. Whoa, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's a cool tune there. That one they're going out to Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. That's August 67 release. Jesse James, have it on the 20th Century Fox record label, Believe in Me, Baby, Part 1. And, of course, he continued to record well into the 1980s with releases on Uni and Zay and other record labels. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Got a request for listener Emnon. I was trying to line this up slightly off center, this 40. The flip side is even worse. But Emnon requested this duo. They had some big hits during their career. First recording for the Marlin label back in 1961. That was out of Florida. That label, actually Henry Stone's Marlin label. Then in 62, they moved over to Morris Levy's Roulette record label. Had 7 releases through the year 1964 when they signed with Stax Records, and then they began experiencing some pretty big hits with songs like Soul Man and Hold On, I'm Coming. But they had 10 releases on the Stax label. In 1968, they would move over to Atlantic, who was distributing Stax Records. They had 10 more on Atlantic Records. This was their 4th, a tune written and produced by, well, there you go, I guess Isaac Hayes, Dave Porter. They wrote and produced this. So here they were doing for Stax and Atlantic. So I guess that Don Covey thing is correct. This is Sam Moore and Dave Prater, and you know them better as Sam and Dave. This charted number 41 on Billboard, number 18 on the R&B chart, and a big number 4 record if you were tuned in to WKFR in Battle Creek, Michigan from December 68 for listener Emnon. Sam and Dave. It's called Soul Sister Brown Sugar. Sam and Dave.
You're sweeter than the honey that the bees make. Soul sister, you're brown sugar. Sweeter than the icing on the best cake. Soul sister, you're brown sugar. I was in the dark, but now I see what was always in front of me. I was always proud, but now I'm saying it loud. Keep on giving it to me. Love and affection to the bone, to the bone. Soul sister, you're brown sugar. Keep on socking it to me all night long. Soul sister, you're brown sugar. Girl, you always been with no man. It's about time he took your hand. I wanna show you 'cause I can't stand the blow. Keep on giving it to me. Somebody said what's in the dark will surely come to the light. Now your days are brighter and your burden is lighter, and the whole world knows you out of sight. What road? Love and affection to the bone, to the bone. Soul sister, you're brown sugar. Keep on socking it to me all night long. Soul sister, you're brown sugar. Girl, you're always out there with no man. It's about time he took your hand. I wanna show you 'cause I can't stand the blow. Keep on giving it to me. Keep on giving me brown sugar. I got to have it. I just got to have brown sugar. You know what, baby? I can't help but want brown sugar. You're fried to the bone. Don't you know I need brown sugar? Oh, yeah. I just got to have brown sugar. You're sweeter than icing on a cake. I just got to have brown sugar. I want to have it. Just give me some of that brown sugar.
Yeah, I messed that one up there. I should have left it alone. Is but it probably would have sounded better if I left it alone. I apologize for that off-center 45, but that one there, by request for listener M. Now, the flip side is even worse than that, so I'm not going to play the flip side, but that's December 1968. The great sound of Sam and Dave on the Atlantic record label Soul Sister Brown Sugar, going out to a listener Emnon. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. If you hope you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We're here live on Oldies and More Radio, and also live on the YouTube stream. Copyright police are out in full force, folks, so we don't like that, but let us continue here. And let's fill a request for listener Bill Olb. He will be my in-studio guest on June 26th. I have it up on my YouTube page there, so you can click to get notified when the show goes live. It'll be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He will be doing his 4th gospel special. It receives big responses. I know many of you are into the gospel sounds. He's going to be playing it for all years, too. 1950s, well into the 60s. He might even have stuff from the 70s. But he is on all the different years and great gospel sounds you probably never heard before, or at least in a while. So tune in, mark your calendars, June 26th. That is when Bill Olb will be here. And he made this request here. This request for this gal. Wait a minute, messed up here. I am looking at the wrong thing. There. This gal from Harlem, New York. I guess she would eventually, I guess her mainstay was jazz, but she did start out in the R&B field. Born Gloria Mia Wilson, and first recording with the vocal group called the Deltones when they recorded for the Brunswick record label. But she went solo, I think first in 1954. She recorded for the Josie record label, then as Gloria Lynn, and also for Ember Records and Central. I have that Central 45. But she would have her biggest hit for the label called Everest Records in 1963, a song called I Wish You Love. That was probably her signature song. But she had also had a great tune, an answer to Gene McDaniel's Tower of Strength, called You Don't Have to Be a Tower of Strength. That's a pretty cool tune. But Bill requested her 13th release. It's her 13th of 28 releases on the Everest record label, which was out of Hollywood, California. This tune, co-written by Ollie Jones. It's with Fred Norman and the orchestra. This charted regionally, number 10 on WUST in Bethesda, Maryland. Let's go to July of 1961 by request for Bill Olb, Gloria Lynn. Gloria Lynn on Everest. The tune is called Impossible. This is for Bill.
They say it's impossible that someone sweet as you could ever be really in love with me and make all my wishes come true. But showed me so many ways it's possible, anything's possible when love is leading the way. it's heaven. The way that I feel, so wonderful, it's incredible. Your love made the impossible real. Your love made the impossible
There you go, Miss Gloria Lynn. Gloria Lynn there by request for listener Bill O. That one there from July 1961 on the Everest record banner. Impossible is the name of the tune. Don't say anything is impossible, not when Johnny G is involved. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program. You can watch it in the privacy of your own living room if you have an iTV. I know many of you are getting iTVs to watch Johnny G on the big screen. You can also, well, many watching on their phones. They don't know how to work them, though. But anyway, my mother's watching her son on the tablet. I brought my old PC downstairs, so I told her it's a big screen, and maybe she might want to attempt to type in the chat room there. No, she doesn't want to do that. She's afraid she can't feel with her fingertips, but she is tuned in and she's reading everything you say. But let us continue here, and let's fill a request now for Lee in Virginia, as he requested this group. They got their start back in 1953 recording for the Atlantic record label, and I often feature them on my 1950s and early 60s show. They had many great lead singers through their career, I should say, and many went on to great solo careers like Clyde McPhatter and Benny King and Charlie Thomas and Rudy Lewis and Johnny Moore and Johnny Lee Williams and Bobby Hendricks. They were all lead singers of this group. They would have 49 releases for the Atlantic record label between 1953 and 1971. And Lee in Virginia requested their 24th release, a tune written by Carole King and Jerry Goffin. It was produced by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, and it features Charlie Thomas on lead. This one charted number 29 on the Billboard charts, number 3 on LIXY in Amarillo, Texas, from February 62. Going out to Lee in Virginia. Here are the Drifters with their tune called When My Little Girl Is Smiling, for Lee in Virginia.
Every time my baby and I have a quarrel, I swear I won't give in. Then my baby starts to smile at me, and I know, I just can't win. When my little girl is smiling, there's nothing more I can say. My little girl is smiling. I can't stay mad at her for long. Why should I want to fight when I can hold her tight? I just don't care who's right or wrong. the greatest thrill there can be. She gets her way, it's true, but I know I won't be blue as long as she just smiles for me. Smile, come on and smile, baby.
There you go. That one there going out to Lee in Virginia. The sound of the Drifters there. Charlie Thomas on lead with the Drifters. February 62 release, When My Little Girl Is Smiling. Lots of great tunes, great records by the Drifters on the Atlantic record label. Let us continue here. Fill a request now for Leonard Mancini, this singer from Winterville, Mississippi, also a favorite here on the All 60s edition, but he was raised in Chicago, Illinois, and he would sign with OK Records in 1962, had a number of national hits, 18 releases in all on the OK record label between 62 and 68. This was his 13th release that Leonard requested, a tune written by Van McCoy. Yes, Van McCoy, produced by Carl David and Gerald Sims, arranged by Riley Hampton. This bubbled under at number 109 on the Billboard Bubbling Under charts, but a big number 17 on KCOH, if you were tuned in, and Houston, Texas, from October 65. Let's give a listen to Major Lance. Major Lance by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room, and the tune is called Everybody Loves a Good Time. This is for Leonard.
Some folks go for rock and roll with a little bit of soul for beat. Others boast that box the most, and Chopin is a natural treat. But rock and roll alone, yeah. The point to bear in mind is everybody loves a good time. Good time. Good time. Everybody loves a good time, yeah. Some folks twine, jerk and climb, shake when they dance and sing. Others play a waltz and sing. The old-fashioned way's a thing. But be a jerk or waltzing, a foxtrot or twine, everybody loves a good time. Good time. Everybody loves a good time, yeah. Some folks go to the movie show to ball it up on Saturday night. Others say a Broadway play is the only way to do it alright. A movie show or Broadway play, either way you'll find is everybody loves a good time. Good time. Everybody loves a good time, yeah. Everybody loves a good time. Good time. Good time. Everybody loves a good time, yeah. Everybody loves a good time. Good time. Good time. Nothing but a good time, yeah.
Yes, everybody loves a good time there. That one there going out to listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room there. That's the sound of Major Lance. Major Lance from October 1965. That's on the OK record label. Everybody loves a good time here. We always have a good time here on the Vinyl Treasure Show with your host, Johnny G. And up next, a special request for, what did I do? I just lost my... Johnny G lost his notes here, all these pages all over the place here. This is a request. This is actually a request and dedication. And this one requested by David Rapkid. Okay, and he wants to send this tune out to Charlene, who actually told me Charlene was actually upset today because she was working on the show and she had a couple more late requests that came in that she had to work on, and she lost her internet. So my phone rang and she was really upset. I never heard Charlene curse before. Charlene, I never heard you curse before and say that word. I say it, but I never heard you say it. I say that word all the time when Johnny G gets mad, but I never heard Charlene say it. She was so upset because they cut her internet. And one of the toughest things, because Charlene is, I'm in New York and Charlene is over there in Huntsville, Texas. So we email the files back and forth and we communicate on instant messenger. So she called me and it was, I forget what time it was. I said, don't worry about it. We still have time. There weren't that many. I'll wing it if I have to. So I think I hopped in the shower. My phone was ringing. And I said, is that Charlene that's calling me? I couldn't get to it. So I hear my mother knocking on the door. She says, Johnny, Charlene is... I said, you came upstairs? My mother took the lift. So she got her power, her internet back because they're putting fiber optics or something. But anyway, it's hard for Charlene. So if you made any requests in the chat room, it's hard for Charlene to see those. That's why it's so important for you to contact me with your requests, because she doesn't always see them. She's working on other things that she maintains my database, and with this show is sometimes hard for her because it's not programmed. I program it as I do the show because I want to play the records when you guys and gals are in the chat room there. But anyway, David Rabkid wants to send this next tune out to Charlene, and she told me she never liked her name. And I don't know, Charlene, if you would like the name Charlena better. Is Charlena a better name? Maybe she doesn't like that either. But anyway, this is a request for David Rapkid as we go out to the West Coast. This group first recorded as the Paramounts Paramounts on Combo? I guess they did. The Paramounts on Combo back in 1959 with this rendition of the tune, yes. This group first recorded as the Paramounts on Combo back in 59. Then in 1960, they signed with the JC label, which was out of Beverly Hills, California. And they had 3 releases, and this was their first release on that, a song called Charlena, that was written by Manuel Chavez and Herman Sonny Chaney, and it was produced by Cliff Goldsmith. It was re-released in June of 1963. I have both copies here, so I was like, which one sounds better? I said, well, let's play the 63 release because I'm playing 60s records. But this charted number 84 on Billboard, and I'm featuring it on the Galaxy label, which is the second label. So Charlene, I don't know if you like the name, but anyway, David Rabkid wants to send this one out to you, June 1963. These are the Sevilles on Galaxy. And he wants to send it out to Charlene, my administrative assistant. The song is called Charlena, the Sevilles for Charlene.
Big brown eyes, long brown hair, Charlene.
There you go. That one there by request for David Rapkin. Sending it out to my administrative assistant, Charlene Whiteside. June 63 release, The Sevilles there on the Galaxy. Featured it on Galaxy. First came out on the JC label. Charlena is the name of the tune for Charlene. Now, first he wanted Los Lobos' version of that, which is somewhere down. That record was from what, 1980-something? 1985 or 87, the Los Lobos version. I don't know if that would have flown with the copyright police. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for Dave Phillips. He requested this singer from Rosemark, Tennessee, first recording for Modern Records back in the early 1950s, but he would move over to Don Robey's Duke record label, and we have about 55 releases for Duke Records through 1973. Now, Dave requested his 24th release. His real name was Robert Calvin Brooks, but he would record as Bobby Bland, sometimes Bobby Blue Bland, but on this release, he's Bobby Bland. And this tune written by Don Robey, this charted number 56 on Billboard, 10 on the R&B chart, and a number 8 if you were listening to WABB. That was in Mobile, Alabama from June 62 for listener Dave Phillips, Mr. Bobby Bland with Yield Not to Temptation for Dave Phillips.
Yield not to temptation, oh my love, while I'm away. Don't you know you gotta be strong, leave all the other guys alone. One bright sunny day, I'll be back home to stay. Yield not to temptation, and let no one lead you astray. So many times you're gonna be lonely. So many times you're gonna be blue. But yield not, yield not, oh, yield not, yield not. Don't you know you gotta be strong, leave all the other guys alone. One bright sunny day, oh, I'll be back home to stay. Yield not to temptation. Oh, so many times you're gonna be lonely. So many times you're gonna be blue. Yield not, yield not, yield not. Don't you know you gotta be strong, leave all the other guys alone. One bright sunny day, I'll be back home to stay. Yield not to temptation.
There you go. It never it never fails. It's 11:44, and the copyright police have arrested Johnny G. There you go. They do that, and don't ask me why. It was too many copyright infringes there that they kind of, after a certain amount, they just end up doing that. But there you go. That's the sound of Bobby Bland. That one there by request for Dave Phillips, June 1962 release. On Duke Records, Yield Not to Temptation is the name of the tune. We will not yield to the copyright police. That is the case here. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We'll see how it goes. You're going to have to watch it. Gonna have to watch it on the stream, those of you, but there are many of you tuned in on Oldies and More Radio, so thank you all for tuning in there. And let's fill a request now for Dave. I lost my place here. Dave Dallison. Dave Dallison, as we head to a Philadelphia, PA, for this group. This is actually the B side of their 45. We're going to play the A side too, but this tune originally released on a not on Showtime. It was released on another label prior to Showtime, Charlene. We got to change that. But Showtime was, I think, the second overall release, but also came out on Heritage Records, Jerry Ross's Heritage label, because he liked the song, and he re-released it. I think he heard it when it was out in the UK originally. But this tune, written by the guitarist of the group, his name is John Fitch Jr. It features Earl Smith on lead. Let's go to March of 1967 for the sound of the Showstoppers. Showstoppers, I'm featuring it on the Heritage record label. This says June on my press, so maybe by June of 1967 this Heritage release came out. This is for David Dallison, the Showstoppers, with What Can a Man Do? There you go. That's the sound of the Showstoppers. I'm not going to play the flip side of this because they're going to shut me down on the flip side here. I'm trying to find records that they're not going to shut me down on. So every time I have a copyright issue, they're going to shut me down on this. So it's unfortunate there, but it's going to happen until we get to the witching hour here, because we're going to sign off here at midnight here. So we got some people in the Oldies and More chat room there. So I see you guys and gals. I'm not ready for the next record yet, but we're going to go with this one here and see what happens with this. So let's put this on here. And I will tell you what it is, because this is a request for listener George Chestnut. And let me go to his sheet here. Number 5. It would be number 5 here for George Chestnut. as I'm looking. 765. Here we go. This singer, you know this singer. He is from Crawfordsville, Arkansas. He began his singing career with back in the 1950s with a vocal group called the Five Echoes, recorded for the Sabre record label, but he went solo in 1961, recording for Sam Cooke's SAR record label. But releases followed also on the Derby label. In 1966, he signed with Stax Records, and he had 31 releases on the Stax label. George Chestnut requested his 13th release. This one came out in June of 1969, and I'm talking about Johnny Taylor. This tune written by Homer Banks, Betty Crutcher, and Raymond Jackson. It was produced by Don Davis. This did chart number 48 on the Billboard charts, number 10 on the R&B chart, and a big number 2 record on WJLB out of Detroit from June 69 for George Chestnut. Let's give a listen to Johnny Taylor on the Stax label, and his tune is called I Could Never Be President. This is for George Chestnut.
No, that's ridiculous. Look at me. If I became president, I know it won't last a day. I would love all the taxes just to suit your taste. I'd bring home all the fellas from boring Vietnam. Station them around your door so the world can't do you no harm. I'd name every street in the city.
There you go, by request for George Chestnut there. That's the sound of Johnny Taylor. Hold on a second, I lost my... Johnny G lost his place here with all these copyright police things. They got some nerve there. June 1969. Johnny Taylor, his 13th release on the Stax record label. I Could Never Be President is the name of the tune. You know, it's... with every copyright issue that comes out, they're going to block it now from this point on. Well, you know, I get to 11:44 and it's okay, but we are live. I should play Elvis on, I could play Elvis now. I'm on Oldies and More Radio, but you know, then the stream will never be up. And so many people like to view the program here. But let us continue here. So let's see if they catch me on this record trying to pick something unusual here, and this is one that's unusual. This tune, a request for listener Ralph Like from Syracuse, a.k.a. Record Ralph. This group recorded 2 for Smash Records, which was out of Chicago. This was their first of 2. This tune written by Artie Resnick. Now, the lead singer, his name is Joey Levine. You know who Joey Levine is. Wasn't he the Mr. Bubblegum Joey Levine, singing with those bubblegum groups for the Buddha record label? But he's the lead singer on this. And this was inspired by the notorious Kitty Genevieve's murder case in New York City a couple of years before this release. So that is interesting. Okay, so what an odd record this is. But anyway, this charted number 101 on the Bubbling Under charts, but this was a big number 3 record on KPLS in Santa Rosa, California. Let's go to May of 1967 by request for listener Ralph Like in Syracuse for this group called Jetstream. And this features Joey Levine on lead, Jetstream on the Smash label, and I guess it's about that Kitty Genevieve's murder back in 1967. It's called All's Quiet on West 23rd, the Jetstream for Ralph Like.
Mrs. Appleby's pulled down the shade and retired to a cozy bed. Peter Dennings crossed the street, turned his back and just shook his head. Officer Warner round the corner, sipping coffee and making time. He never heard the sounds of violence emanating from the crime. All's quiet on West 23rd. Nobody saw, nobody heard. No. April Star was in the park, conducting business from her usual spot. She was witness to what happened, but conveniently forgot. Monty Wheeler, he's no squealer. He flips his quarter high into the air. He saw their faces, but told detectives, I don't know nothing, Jack, nor do I care. All's quiet on West 23rd. Nobody saw, nobody heard. No. Mary's mother asks the question, didn't anybody hear? Or when my daughter cried out, help me, didn't anybody hear? When all's quiet on West 23rd, nobody saw, nobody heard about it. All's quiet on West 23rd, nobody saw, nobody heard. No.
There you go. That one, I'm trying to cross up the copyright police there. And that tune there by request for Ralph Like in Syracuse there. That's the sound of Jetstream. That's Joey Levine on lead, May 1967 release. All's Quiet on West 23rd. That one there on the Smash record label. And we're going to play one more record, actually both sides of this 45, but that we're going to close out the show. But this one is a request for listener Edmond Williams. I hope I can get away. I should be able to get away with this record. This singer, he's from Los Angeles, California. His name is Curtis Payne, and he first recorded as Crybaby Curtis back in 1958 for Cash, the Cash label. Also recorded on Fidelity as Curtis Payne, and I think I have that record too. Then in 1963, he changed his name to Dono Man. That what a weird name. Donoman. Dono Man. And had this release on Ben and Len Weissman's Thunderbird label, which is out of Hollywood, California. Plus recorded for other labels too. And he's being backed up by a group called the Skylarks on this. This tune written by Lester King and Leonard Weissman. It's from 1963. I have this on a painted on label and which is styrene, and this is a vinyl press. This is on the Thunderbird label, Donovan and the Skylarks, going out to Edmond Williams. It's called Do You Know, parentheses, Everything About Love, Donovan and the Skylarks, for Edmond Williams.
Here comes the fool. A fool in love with you. Yeah, here comes the fool. The one you treated so cruel. Here comes the fool. Here comes the fool. A fool in love with you. Yeah, here comes the fool. The fool who trusted you. Yeah, here comes the fool. The one who did all you asked me to do. Now you say we're through. You laugh and call me a fool. Look at him come, hanging down. Everyone is laughing. Yes, I'm a clown. Everyone is laughing at me, baby. 'Cause I'm your fool. Yes, your fool, baby. A fool in love with you. Here comes the fool. Fool in love with you. Look at him come, hanging down. Everyone is laughing at me. Yes, I'm a clown. Just your fool, baby. Yes, your fool. A fool in love with you. A fool in love with you. Here comes the fool. A fool in love with you.
Well, if you notice, I read the wrong title on that thing there is what I did, because when I copy Edmund's information in there, I just copy it all in. This is Edmund's sheet here. You see, here's all his requests. You see that? But anyway, there you go. Well, that side was really called Here Comes the Fool, which was the flip side there from 1963 on the Thunderbird label. That's Donoman and the well, wait a minute. That was Donovan and the Lakeettes. So there were chicks on that on that side. Maybe they're guys on the other side. That's the difference in here. So I messed that up totally anyway. But that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. You know, the Copyright Police, they closed down the program. But that's the way it is. I want to get up to, maybe if I get up to 3,000 subscribers, I'm really close to that. If we get up to 3,000 subscribers, that would be a really big feat for Johnny G. So thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. And if I have it, I'll play it. Sometimes it's difficult for me to look for the 45s, but I'm getting through it. I'm going through boxes and boxes in the basement. I found a whole bunch, like this much, of the Invictus 45s. And I found another label too. They're all from the early 70s. And I put them in there because I saw 1970 or 71. So they're all, I think, General Johnson's and a whole bunch of other things. I found the Rare Earth label. I don't know, but I don't know the songs. So I just put them aside. And there were a couple others, I think, on... what is that label? The Stang label was another label. So I'm going through those boxes and pulling out the records. If they're, and I think I pulled out everything from up to 75. I'm pushing it a little bit because I rarely play records from 75, but I could do that. So let's just call it that. But thank you all for being here. Thank you, Charlene, for all your help. She was all in a tizzy today, but she did a great job with the research and whatnot. So thank you, Charlene, for that. I will be back tomorrow afternoon. Speaking of chicks, all chicks tomorrow on my show. 1950s and early 60s. So I know some of you are working, so you'll have to see it on the archive. I don't expect any Copyright Police tomorrow, but they're all rare records, and I researched them all, so it's rare and a go. I just want to make some scans. So some of the heavy collectors will like to see some of those scans. But anyway, thank you all for being here. And again, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'll be back Saturday night for more of your requests, working on that now. And we'll get the studio, we'll get the hiccups out. I guess the light, I did not paint the ceiling black, Tommy Albergo. It is dark in the back, so I got to talk about the lighting and whatnot here. But again, Bill Obe will be my in-studio guest. He will be sitting back here on the guest chair. Will be back here. You see all your requests are here, folks? Those are all your requests. But Bill Obe will be my in-studio guest and other guests to come here to the program. So thank you all again for being here. We're going to close the show tonight with a request for Edmond Williams. This is the flip side of Here Comes the Fool, which was Donovan and the Lakeettes. This is Donovan and the Skylarks. So I take it Skylarks are guys. It's called Do You Know Everything 'Bout Love on the Thunderbird label for Edmond. So thank you all for being here. Johnny G is out. I'll see some of you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Saturday night. Have a great remainder of the week. Just want to say, everybody, so long. This is for Edmond Williams on the Thunderbird label. What's wrong? One, Johnny. There you go.
I wanna